This is it. Everything we've worked for comes down to these next few games. The Premier League title is within reach, but can we hold our nerve? We've got 5 crucial league matches to be crowned champions. But that's not all. We're also just 3 games away from a potential Champions League final, and we're going head to head with Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-finals, fighting to keep our domestic treble dreams alive. Will this be the season where we make history, or will it all come crashing down? We kicked off our title run in style, going up against Manchester United at Old Trafford. And what a game it was. Early on, Ferguson capitalised on a rebound after Onana's save, smashing it in for the opening goal. But United fired back when Bruno Fernandes hit an absolute screamer from a free kick outside the box. This could be goal of the season, hands down. With the score tied at 1-1, we pushed forward. Frimpong slipped a perfectly timed through ball to Haaland in the 67th minute, breaking through United's defence. Haaland, calm as ever, went one-on-one with Onana and slotted it home. In a blistering counter-attack, Ferguson laid it off to De Bruyne, who charged through their defence and unleashed a rocket into the left corner, our captain showing his class. The final upset came when Rico beat United's defender with a brilliant lobbed through ball to Ferguson, who calmly finished his chance to make it 4-1. Erik ten Hag had no answers. Old Trafford was ours. Really lively. We came up against Stuttgart in the Champions League and we got a lovely crossing to Haaland. Haaland done a bicycle kick but was unable to score it, but he got the rebound header. And what a goal, making it 1-0. Next up, we had a lovely opportunity. Gonçalves found Haaland. Haaland was running in the box, but he was stopped by the Stuttgart defender. I thought it was a penalty, but it was a free kick. And De Bruyne, our captain, stepped up for the free kick. He hasn't scored many goals this season. He hasn't scored many screamers, but up until this point, can he score this free kick? We find out shortly. He lines up the free kick and he goes for it. What a goal! Oh my days! What a goal in the Champions League quarter-finals. And that's the end of the game. On to the next leg. But before we go to the next leg, we have a game in the Premier League against Crystal Palace. Haaland has scored 22 goals. This game he's looking to score more. And unfortunately, it didn't start off well. We couldn't find a goal against Crystal Palace. Haaland missed a wonderful opportunity against Henderson. Henderson was unstoppable. Jesus got a shot off. But that was about it, man. The game was boring as hell. We couldn't get the 3 points. On to our next game. But before the next game, we have a press conference.
King Wyam, do you think you have a chance to win the Champions League? You're currently winning 2-0 on aggregate against Stuttgart. But if you beat Stuttgart, you could possibly face Real Madrid. With the likes of Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., do you think you could advance going up against them?
We have the best striker in the world, which is obviously Erling Haaland, and we have had a season. We are about to lift the Premier League title and we've won the Carabao Cup. Now, the only thing that stands in our way in this moment of time is Real Madrid. Mbappe is a really great player, so is Vinicius Jr., so is Jude Bellingham, but tell them we're coming. It's time to sim the final leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. And we are through. Real Madrid have beaten Arsenal 6-1 on aggregate. We could possibly face them in the semi-finals. Aston Villa and Bayern Munich still haven't played, and Atletico Madrid and Lombardia have to play their game as well. Comment down below who you think will make it to the final of the Champions League. And also, if you've reached this far in the video, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button as well. At this point, Haaland had scored 22 goals in 29 appearances. Obviously, we're trying to make sure he does finish the season as the top goal scorer. Mohamed Salah was also chasing, and Isaac was in second place, but he made Salah catch up to him, and obviously both of them are no match for Erling Haaland. Foden was still at the top when it comes to assist, and obviously Grealish had moved up to 3rd place. Now with clean sheets, Ederson had 13 and 27 matches, the most in the Premier League, and that shows the standard we had this entire season. Coming up next, we've got a game against Everton and we face Brighton after that. Then we are in the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup against Liverpool. In the Premier League, we are still top of the table in 31 games. We are on 77 points. We scored 72 goals and we've had 27 goals scored against us. A goal difference of 45, guys. So we should be winning the Premier League within 2 or 3 games now. This is our team we're going to be using against Everton. Haaland has now scored 22 goals so far. So obviously today he's looking to cement his spot as the top goal scorer in the Premier League. We kick off against Everton, and the first chance that we had today was Grealish getting to Silva finding Haaland, and Haaland scores a screamer. That was the first goal of the game, and Barrios was very impressive today in midfield as well. He initially passed the ball to Grealish, and then obviously Grealish was able to find Silva. And the second of the game, Haaland gets the ball and scores again, easily past Pickford. Haaland scores a brace, and we get another opportunity. Silva does find Haaland, and Haaland breaks down Everton's defence and scores a beauty past Pickford. And obviously that makes it a hat-trick right now. What a game it's been so far. Then we get another opportunity to Haaland, and Haaland finishes it with his right foot. In the 57th minute, man, he has scored 4 goals today. What a beast. From 22 goals in the Premier League all the way up to 26 goals. And at this point the game was becoming too easy. We got another chance again, and Haaland was the one that received the ball, and he scores another beautiful goal, making it 5 against Everton. Like literally he went from 22 in this game or before this game and went all the way up to 27 goals in one game, man. What a player Erling Haaland has been for us this season. He just made it look easy. And that was it, guys. We won the game. One of the easiest games for us this season. No challenges whatsoever. And obviously we know that Everton are currently not in form. You know, they've lost a lot of points and everything. But up next we've got Brighton, guys. And Brighton is going to be a game for us to go in with 27 goals in 30 appearances for Erling Haaland. Isak has now dropped out of the race for top goal scorer. And obviously, guys, this is the team that we will be using now. Going up against Brighton now. We're just 2 games away from lifting the Premier League title at this point. Frimpong gets the ball and he brings it forward. His second time on the ball and he crosses it in. And it gets to Haaland, and Haaland scores a beautiful header. In the first 6 minutes of the game, it was 1-0. What a beautiful assist by Frimpong and a wonderful header from Haaland. In the 60th minute, we went on the counter again. Kovacic moving to Silva. Silva finding Kovacic, and we tried to find Haaland. Was unable to find him, but then Kovacic finds him again, and you know how it goes. Haaland scores a beautiful goal again, man, making it a brace for him this game. And man, it was just becoming easy at this point, to be honest with you guys. Brighton were no match for us. It started getting even easier when Silva found Haaland, and Haaland just took the ball all the way, and then he took the shot 1v1, bam, scores, man, and that made it 3-0 against Brighton. And then something stupid like this happens. Joao Pedro scores against Ederson, and Ederson moved off his line for whatever reason. I don't know why, but that made it 3-1. And we were trying to keep a clean sheet here at Brighton, but for some reason we just couldn't do it. And then in the next game, guys, we were going up against Liverpool in the Emirates FA Cup semi-finals. This was the team we were using, and we got straight into it. We're at Wembley Stadium today, and guys, Liverpool is probably one of the strongest teams this season to go up against in this competition, to be honest. They're in second place as well, so don't think they're a push around. But going up in this game, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. Our first opportunity was a pass from Gavardio to Haaland, Haaland to Silva, and then Silva just tried to bring it forward, but then we found Haaland, and Haaland went for the shot, but Alisson, man. Then we got another opportunity. Silva lobbed the ball all the way on the opposite side of the pitch to Frimpong, and Frimpong brought it in and took a shot, but he couldn't score. He was unable to score. Alisson was just solid in goal today. Then we get another opportunity again, and it's Erling Haaland on the ball again. We got Van Dijk chasing him, and he gets an open opportunity, but he uses his weak foot and it goes wide. The most difficult part of this game was when Salah had the ball and Gakpo rushed towards it, and they were in our box and they tried to score. We tried to clear it with Diaz, but Ortega was able to stop it. And then we had to make a few changes, so we done a 4-2-2-2 formation, obviously bringing on Ferguson, Echeverry, and obviously this was what we done to gain a bit more control over the game. And it seemed a bit difficult to get past Liverpool. They were beating us with possession, aggression, everything. But then Ferguson gets an opportunity and he brings the ball forward, and you guys will not believe it. He passes to Haaland and Haaland scores a beautiful goal. Now remember guys, this happened before where Haaland brought the ball all the way forward and passed it to Ferguson, and Ferguson scored. So this is a return of Ferguson doing the same thing for Haaland, and there it was. This was the winning goal, guys, to get to get to the finals. Now guys, we're gonna find out who we're gonna be facing in the final next. So obviously we've got the likes of Everton or Manchester United, guys. Who will we face in the final? We were so emotional because our treble hopes remained alive, obviously guys, and Liverpool was a difficult team to beat and we did it in the end. Obviously now we could go up against Everton or Manchester United, and we're ready for whoever it will be.
Now they can focus on preparing themselves for what should be a great final. I'm really looking forward to that.
The results are in now, guys. We are going up against Everton in the Emirates FA Cup final. Now, I don't know how Everton beat Manchester United, because in my opinion, they are a weaker team. Obviously, Manchester United should have won that game. But anyway, we have an easy final now in the Emirates FA Cup. Let's move on now to our Champions League game, guys, against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-finals, guys. This is the first leg, and obviously we need to beat Real Madrid to get through to the final. Obviously they've got Mbappe, Vinny, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, Courtois in goal, but at this point we don't care because we could be going up against Aston Villa or Inter Milan if we do beat Real Madrid. And obviously this would basically make us win the quadruple, guys. Obviously we are chasing the treble, but if we can win the quadruple, you guys would probably have to crown me the best manager in the world.
Hello King YM, my name is George from Sky Sports. You and Ancelotti are favourites to win the Champions League this season. Do you think you can beat Don Ancelotti?
Listen up, Ancelotti may have beaten us last season in the Champions League quarterfinals, but it's not going to happen this year. I know he has had an addition of Mbappe, but as I've said before, I have no worries about his team. I am going to advance to the finals of the Champions League because this is going to be one of the greatest seasons you have ever seen. And I want you guys to remember this moment because we are going to make history. We are now going up against Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-finals. We have Ferguson up top, Bob on the right, Savinho on the left. We're just resting some players here. We will bring on Haaland in the second half. This is going to be the most challenging part of our career this season, obviously, because we are going up against Real Madrid in the first leg of the Champions League semi-finals. And as you can see, the Real Madrid players look dressed for the occasion, but we will not be intimidated. Rest assured, we will give our best today. And obviously, we are trying to win today's game, guys. But Real Madrid seemed to be a different team. We were being pressured in the first minute of the game. You could see Vinny chasing us, Bob on the right trying to create some danger. We get a first opportunity from Silva passing to Bob, and then Bob finding Ferguson, and again Bob gets the ball. Now Bob brought the ball all the way forward, and I don't know what happened here when we brought the ball forward and we passed the ball to Savinho, but obviously Courtois, man, what a goalkeeper he is. Then Cotto to Gonçalves to Oscar, and Oscar done something like that, man. I don't know what happened, to be honest. But then we got pressured by Real Madrid. Valverde tried to find Mbappe in the box, but obviously he was unable to find Mbappe. And then Bellingham got a way through and took a shot in the 41st minute, but he couldn't find anything. And then we had a counter, but Real Madrid countered us, and then Mbappe got onto the ball, and obviously Mbappe is going to score, man. Ederson couldn't get his hands on that shot. And obviously in the 60th minute, we still have time to score, so we weren't too worried, but obviously it had started to show how stressed out we were as a team. Now you've got to remember, this was Mbappe's first semi-final after leaving PSG, so he started to do things like this. He took a shot from outside the box. I think he started to get a bit cocky and started to show off, and then he got another opportunity from outside the box, but Ederson was there to save us. But guys, it started to look well in the 83rd minute. We found Gonçalves. Gonçalves was able to drive the ball forward. Then he found Silva. Silva brought the ball forward and was able to beat Carvajal. He went and took a shot at Courtois. Courtois pushed it out, and Haaland was there to score the goal that we needed to make it 1-1, which brought us back into the game. It's not completely over. We have another leg against Real Madrid, which will be away in Madrid. The second leg of the semi-finals will be played in the next episode. But coming up next, guys, is a game against Wolves that we could possibly lift the Premier League title. So we decided to sim the next game and only jump in if someone scored, because obviously we only needed a win, and obviously once we get that win, then we would be guaranteed to lift the Premier League title. Haaland scores in the 30th minute, making it 1-0, and then obviously we just kept on simming until like probably the last 10 minutes or the last 20 minutes of the game, just to make sure that we could jump in before the game ended. And to my surprise, when we jumped in, Haaland was basically on the break and scoring the goal nice and easy just before the 90th minute, and then that was about it, man. That was the end of the game. So obviously we have now won the Premier League title. It's official. We are going to do the celebration now, and after a very long season, we have finally won the Premier League. We won the Carabao Cup in the final for the Emirates FA Cup, and we are in the semi-finals of the Champions League. The domestic treble is still possible, and the quadruple is very possible as well. What a season for every player on the pitch right now, man. Nunes, Oscar Bob, Echeverry, Rico Lewis, every player played their part this season. Erling Haaland, Ferguson, and my assistant manager Haikal, well done on winning us the Carabao Cup. Well done on the formation. Well done on some of the signings you decided on as well. Bringing in Kadioglu, bringing in Ferguson, and I know the Premier League trophy looks very weird, but obviously this was a glitch. It's supposed to be chrome, but there's nothing we can do about it. So yeah, thank you all for supporting this series. We do have another episode coming out. Can we win the FA Cup, and can we win the Champions League? If you guys have enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash that like button and leave some comments down below. What did you enjoy about this episode? Obviously we've still got the FA Cup final coming up, and we've also got the Champions League to find out if we can get to the final. So I know you guys will be looking forward to that, and that will be the next episode. So make sure you guys stay tuned in for the next episode. I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the rest of the celebrations now.
Well, we'll keep on enjoying this moment all the way through to next season.
Oh, absolutely, and they couldn't have done it without the fans. It's only right that they're sharing this moment with them now.
Well, winning the knockout knockout competitions is all well and good, but there's something extra special about winning the title over the course of a whole season.
Oh, there is, without a doubt. This shows that they are the best team around.